JT back above 13. Thanks for your time.
Hey, Bubba Trader, man. Thanks for 21. We'll look at Dow Jones Transportation ETF. Just kidding. Trump Media. We'll look. Thanks, dude. Good evening, traders. Welcome to the Sunday evening live stream. It's Power Hour for crypto. We got futures open. U.S. futures, commodities have reopened. The highly anticipated arrival of the opening of U.S. oil. Looking at it right now. Big nothing burger, chat. The burgers of nothing. We'll look at that first, okay? So hope you had a good weekend. Good news, everyone. U.S. federal debt is up to a record $38.5 trillion. Wow. Last year, officially, the debt increased $2.3 trillion. So that's $6.3 billion per day. So get wrecked. Money printer, still, it's going to keep going, man. All right. $15.3 trillion increase in debt since 2020. $285,000 plus per household in the U.S. So hard assets, man. Maybe not oil. Maybe some gold and silver, some platinum, palladium. Maybe some S coins. Who knows, right? They can only beat it down so long until CZ's the only one that owns, and he's going to have to push the price up at some point. All right. Here's U.S. oil, where you thought with Trump going in, Delta Force, capturing Maduro and his wife in a 30-minute period. I believe I read that it took Delta Force a shorter period of time than it took for that Stranger Things finale where the guy turned gay or came out as gay. It was less time. So, like, the dude spent more time talking about how he is coming out as gay than it took for Delta Force to go in to Venezuela and capture Maduro and his wife. Fantastic, right? Incredible efficiency. So hype in the chat for the liberation of the Venezuelan people. But you'd think, oh man, that's gonna have a big, there'd be a limit up or limit down on oil, and it's just like, nah. By the time, I guess there was just so much time that went by, and since that event, that the market doesn't care. I mean, it's down 0.63%. Just still in the rut, in the gutter, man. Just downtrending, lower highs, lower lows. Bearish back test to $61 as resistance. Bunch of miniature distribution highs, another lower high after your lowest low. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, the lowest price seen since February 2021. And I guess, like, probably the trend will continue. $50 seems like. Okay, just wanted to get that out of the way because people were really curious about how it was gonna. I was very curious, and I'm just like, okay, that's like the most unexpected outcome. Nothing burger. All right, we can look here at these cryptos. Bitcoin trying to do something. I mean, really trying, dude. Like, I mean, this is as hard of an attempt as we have seen in a while, since early December. Just look where we are, man. We're right up against that inflection zone. While altcoins, some of them sending it like crazy. Bitcoin just up against a level of all levels where if you want extremely higher prices on Bitcoin in a shorter period of time, you want to see buyers take out the price of $92,800. That's it. That's what you want, man. So, till that happens, it's just going to be iffy. I mean, you want to make a higher high than the previous high, too. Highs from December 3rd and 9th. Haven't done that, but at least you got some higher lows coming in. If you look above my head, I'm trying to make sense of what's going on. Like, there are higher lows coming in for sure. So it's more of like ascending triangle behavior than anything. Maybe more symmetrical, too, because, like, there's just price contraction happening, more neutral. But as we discussed, if history was just going to do exactly what it did in 2022 after this exact same fractal event occurred, an 88% retrace in the previous low to high, Bitcoin did go higher. It made a 50% retrace from the previous November 2021 high to that that crash 886 retrace low. It went up to maybe a 38% retrace, excuse me. So Bitcoin, if it was going to do the exact same thing as it did in 2022, we've already Fibonacci'd it. The target on Bitcoin would be literally like 97 to 100K, that little zone right there. I have no idea if it's going to do exactly what it did in history, but that's where it'd be if it did. Okay. More like just, what about all these freaking cryptos, these altcoins? That's the big thing, man. Like Dogecoin pumping, Bitcoin, Coin up 24%, Pepe Coin up 16% today. It was up 20% like yesterday or day before. Insane. So it's not even so much about Bitcoin as it is the altcoins. But my laundry's done. I have to go hit it, turn it off. Every 5 seconds it'll beep. Hold on. All right, I'm sorry about that. Just bad timing. So, let's look at these altcoins. Good to see, like, I guess a recovery on Bitcoin's like daily oscillators, where things were just real bad mid-December, falling in the bearish control zone, but they like got it out of that, went neutral, and now you're at the high. You have the highest relative strength reading since, I mean, D-Day, October 10th, October 9th. So that's notable, right? Multi-month highs on Bitcoin's relative strength index. Still not in the bullish control zone. It's going to be an interesting test, isn't it? 60. And that positive momentum building, which is great. All right. So Ethereum, just not really a notable gainer today or anything, but it's your second largest crypto in the world. So we're just looking at it. You'd think like whatever happens between 2,900 and 3,500, it's straight up, straight down most of the time. So if you were, say you were targeting, right? Hold on a sec.
As a superpower, you need to have control and influence in your region of mid-tier countries. If not, another superpower will. Massive WUSA.
Was that Wits? Hold on. Sorry. It didn't. Sometimes it doesn't update. Yeah, Wits. What's up, dude? Thanks for the 20, man. $20 super chat. And yeah, the Monroe Doctrine, but it's now the Donroe Doctrine. Yeah, I mean, it was very interesting timing when Delta Force executed their strike. It was just hours after Chinese diplomats sent by Xi Jinping from China to strike some sort of deal. And that's kind of sending a message, isn't it? And Trump also made sure that Chavez's tomb was attacked as well, symbolic. So, yeah. I mean, you got to do that, man. And it's interesting, the rhetoric of what this administration's saying, right? They're saying Cuba could be next, possibly Colombia, right? Whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. I look, man, that's all important, but let's be real here. You know what's more important? Like, more than anything, in my opinion, if you ask me, I'm pretty based. I care less about that than I do ending welfare fraud, deporting the millions of people that were let across the border in the past 3-4 years. I care about that happening more than literally anything. And how about a tax moratorium too? Why am I spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes a year for them when we know it's for sure happening in every city? So that is most important to me. So I care less about Venezuela and all these other countries. Good for that. You know, it's great, cool. That's their choice. They did that, but they could also be doing other things too that I care about more. So anyway, that's enough of that. Ethereum, I mean, if it's gonna run, man, like you just have to target for 3580. That's all you can do, right? If somebody's trying to manage their risk around 2900, you cannot like get mad at yourself for if you did enter a long, like you could have shorted, you'd have been stopped out already. But if you went long at that 2900 level, you just can't be like upset if you're setting a strategic entry, strategic stop loss, and you know your target would be 3500, 3580 based on history of like where the price typically runs after those levels are successfully tested or broken. You can't be mad if it fails because there's such a lack of demand on the market. That's the perils of longing a downtrend. So maybe that'd be a lesson. That'd be if Ethereum, if somebody's longing those levels, stop loss below that level, and they're targeting for 3520, 3580, if the price fails, if the market participants are unable to achieve that price, which would be a profit taking level for a trader, I think that'd be a good learning lesson on, yes, maybe a pattern or price action could be favorable in a downtrend at key levels, and maybe you get a temporary rally off those levels. But if in bad market conditions, that's typically when you're not going to see a profit taking level get achieved, hit. So we'll see. We'll continue to monitoring Ethereum. That would be the target area. If not, if it's not going to happen, chalk it up to trend is not friend. Longs are not. It's not the best market for longs. Maybe
Happy New
shorting
Year,
at
my bro.
3580 might be
Let's
a good.
have a good one.
What's up, Morty man? Thanks for the 420. Happy New Year. I hope you have a good one as well. Yeah. Look, man, I'm thinking maybe uranium might be the year of the radioactive rocks. And we'll look at uranium. If you can just like remind me, try to look at uranium, because it's really URAA, the 2-time levered ETF of uranium, that is so interesting. I know it had a crazy day on Friday, but you got to bear with me on that. Maybe we get a little pullback if we're lucky next week. It's just, wow, risk management wise, and the trend is good. You're not having to worry about, like, we're in crypto. Man, these altcoins have been devastated for many months, and they still might be in a downtrend, probably, even if they ran up 3520, 3580 on Ethereum. It's still technically a downtrend, but uranium, you don't have to worry about it, because it's like, look, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, continuously. Some metals, like these pullbacks, look, silver, that market's nuts, dude. Not much to do there. Owning physical is the only thing to do in metals right now, probably. That's the only, like, just because the volatility in metals is like literally higher than crypto now. I mean, an asset that is over over $4 trillion silver, it should not be swinging $5 a day, which it is. So there was a time to take an entry, and I presented it to you here on a literal silver platter. Patreon Citadel. Okay, we got it. That's the beauty, man. That's the beauty of live streaming receipts. So, all right, that's Ethereum. Cool. Solana, real quick. Cool. They ran it to 3581. You understand what's so crappy about it is, like, this could end up being the lowest high of the entire downtrend. What if this is it? You just don't know. It's very much contingent upon buyers being able to break 92.8, 93K and running this to the 97 to 100K level. That's it. Like, you'll be going higher on these altcoins if buyers can do it, but they haven't yet, and that's the verdict's out, and we're not making higher highs. What's the most recent discernible event on Solana? The lowest low of the downtrend so far. Lowest low. There it is. And now working on possibly lowest high. Kind of rough here, man. Yeah, they thought they were going to lose the level. They lost it again and then just rallied off the lows. And yeah, you don't have an uptrend. And that's the crappy part about trying to long. You just have to always, you can't go to bed comfortable at night knowing, I know if I'm long in my silver back in, around Thanksgiving, I got a long-term uptrend. I got prices positively correlating above a 2011 old all-time high, not once but twice. I can strategically set up my stop loss. The animal spirits are in this market, no problem, man. In this market, there is problem, man. You got to worry about what happens if they rug pull it. They could anytime on these alts. They could. But it's great to see like some of them finally catching crazy bids. Fake coin, bro. Fwog coin. The Fwog subsector. Good hearts. Many good hearts in that subsector, okay? They probably have the highest PE, price to earnings, of good hearts in the Fwog subsector of the crypto market or something. Okay, great. Earnings per heart is at its records, right? Records. Yeah, silver still in backwardation, dude. Again, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy volatile time in silver. Best you can do is stack, man. Premium is insane. Silver bars are sold out all over the place. Good luck. And then if you want to buy Eagles, it's insane. Like $12 to $15 premiums on Eagles. There is an actual structural deficit. There are people just auto bidding on physical silver, and it doesn't matter the price. You can see it all over the world. We talked about it on Friday. In Japan, physical silver going for like $130 an ounce. Dubai, 95 plus. US is probably the most tame, but still. All right. Good luck, Solana. I hope things work out. I hope it just goes to 160. No problem, but it's still probably in a downtrend, long-term, intermediate, whatever.
Mass deportation is my #1 issue. Not gonna recognize our country in a couple decades the way things are going. Anyway, can we take a look at DNN?
Thanks so much, Wits. Yeah, it is absolutely the most important matter. Absolutely. More than anything. Keep printing money. I don't give a crap. Do that. We've been doing that. That is not the problem. Yeah, you import people from the third world. 70+% of those people from the third world are on government assistance, taxpayer money, and then they have breeding partners, and those breeding partners just sit and they have 6 kids. 6 kids, and they don't do anything. They don't work. They're just fully funded by you and me. It's stupid. Funding our replacement. People didn't do anything. Our ancestors built America. This is not the same thing as like, oh, my immigrants, my Ellis Island. No, the country's already built out completely. Every industry oversaturated. We don't need more people here. But okay, dude. Yeah, go ahead and try to gaslight like it's all good, dude. It's not. It's terrible. Okay, XRP, crazy run today, the past couple days, right? But still in this, well-established downtrend. It's just good to see them recapture 190, 196. Take it a little higher to 218, 220 to hit that supply line. But that's about it. That's all you got going, man. It's almost like what we have, like a mega descending triangle. God, I didn't even think about it, man. Just think about it like that. Like, I'm gonna keep it like, kind of. They did break out, I guess.
Glad this channel ain't woke. May you look at Altcoin Sermich? Telegram's S-Coin.
Destroying Illusion, thanks for the 10. Dude, people that make money, okay? Like, actually make money, not like, I work in the government and I made $30 million in 3 years because I'm a fraud. Entrepreneurs, working class people that work for their money, none of them are woke, okay? They're not woke. Thank you, dude. So, Toncoin, destroying the illusion. Unfortunately, we got to talk about the capitalistic nature of the channel, right? 10 more, and we're good. So XRP, yeah, nice run off the bottom. There wasn't, I mean, really any edge, dude. It was just kind of like sellers broke supports, and the sellers were unable to do anything, and then buyers reassumed control for moments. A short squeeze, a literal short squeeze, and I think it has to do with the illiquidity in this market. CZ, White Walker, Night King, he has completely destroyed the market. He has so much. I think he has so much control of this market now. He can do anything he wants to any S coin. Yep, that's how many people he's liquidated over years and years and years. Yep, he's fully in control to do anything he wants. Oh yeah, it's a downtrend. It's terrible. We could put some of this money from all the millions of liquidations, and we can infuse it into XRP. Start a short squeeze, of course. Like, I think that's how F this market is. Okay, great, man. You know, like Dogecoin had a big breakout. That's nice. There really wasn't any rhyme or reason to it. Like, dude, sometimes, a lot of times, pumps will happen and there's no edge. It's just a coin flip, a random coin flip on no volume. Okay. There's no evidence of accumulation. Supports were broken. And they didn't even take it to the next real support, which was like 11 cents. They took it down to 11.6 cents, which, okay. But so there doesn't have to be an edge for an asset to randomly pump. We call that the casino. Pull the lever randomly. Sometimes you get pumps. And I think that's what happened in crypto for the most part, all over this place. Okay. All over this market. Cardano, there was, I mean, yeah, there's some divergence there. Okay. Definitely some divergence, but where? In the middle of kind of like nowhere. And they haven't even really recaptured key levels. They just think they could take this all the way to 46 cents. And it ends up being the lowest high of the downtrend. I mean, they could do that. And nothing improves technically. That's what's, when you're in such bad shape, man. Huge moves to the upside can happen, and it does not improve the trend situation. The trend doesn't reverse anything.
For the chart check, my B.
You're good, man. Just remember, the only reason there is a request on charts is because for virtually 8 years now of doing this, 8 years and 1 month, never monetized on YouTube, never accepted a sponsorship, never put someone's logo on my stream and promoted it after taking money from them. Never done that. Never accepted affiliate marketing sponsorships. Never pushed that to you. Anyone here. No commercials. I always turn off the monetization on YouTube. 150 million% crowdsourced. That's it. That's why there's a little request minimum for a formal analysis of a chart. So if people don't know, I do reiterate it if people don't know. So I don't think that's a big deal. If you got a problem with that, that's insane. You're a commie, dude. Okay, so yeah, you might have even a dragon. Like so I could see the imagination, 1 foot, a second foot with bullish divergence. They go on a big run. Dude, they could do this. They could take it above 46 cents. They could take it up here, and it'd still be in a downtrend. That's what's insane about how bad this market is. Okay.
Delta Force, Hype Chat.
Hey Andrew, what's up, dude? Thanks for the 5, man. Yeah, good to see chat. I'm sorry, I haven't even really looked at chat because I know y'all want me to get through this stuff. Yeah, baby genius. Yeah, it is crazy. My friend, he went all over Asia too. It's like that. Like they're being crazy for silver over there. There's mania. There's actual mania. I believe it, man. I believe it. And I don't know how real this is, but there's rumors that Morgan Stanley has told everyone and their clients to exit their paper positions of silver, whether it's short or long, and it needs to be done by the end of the month, which is representative of extreme forms of dysfunctionality in paper silver. I don't know what that means. I don't know what is going to happen, but volatility is going to be certain. Yeah, you have like this crazy situation going on where COMEX is running out of supply of physical silver, and you have more and more people that are, you know, are their clients of COMEX, and they are demanding their they want to settle up their position in physical and not cash. And so I think it's something like they only have like 30 million ounces of silver left in their vaults, and all the paper, it's like 300 to 1 paper to physical that exists. So if only like 12 to 15% of people demand to settle up their contracts in physical, that's legit. Like, I think that's like over 100 million ounces of silver. So there's something really effed up happening in the market, and it's never happened before. So yeah, we are going into an absolute new paradigm. Like, no longer can the paper market suppress the price or dictate the physical price anymore. It's long gone now, and we're just right now getting to witness the history. And it's happening, like, right? It's been happening, but it's accelerating, and it might be over in the next few months. We're going to be seeing the demolition of COMEX as the main player in the silver game. So buckle up, man. Buckle up. We'll see how it goes. All right. Anyway, so crypto, just looking at a couple, man. I mean, I got to show you one, though. I got to show you one that is, to me, the most interesting crypto that could exist. Uni's kind of interesting because it's the harmonic framework, but this is just your trend trade as a trade setup posted. If you join the Patreon, you can get the entry, stop loss, the take profits. To me, this is perfect. You have an asset that is in a well-established uptrend for the most part, right? You only have higher lows. There is only more than before occurring. And now what's happened is sellers overshot a key support that stems all the way back to 2022, a level that had been resistance, support. They overshot it and hit this demand line that stems all the way back to August 2023. And they held it, recaptured it, reconfirmed it as support even locally in last month. And now buyers have recaptured the entirety of the support zone. To me, that's like, if it's real, maximum upside. I mean, you could be seeing $15 KuCoin KCS here. And even if you don't, very extremely easy to manage risk. Your reward to risk right here is so great. This kind of, in a way, reminds me a little bit of Google in the summer, like that trade setup I posted where there was they tested a support, and then locally they overshot the support, but then immediately recaptured it, slightly lower low, confirmation low at that level. That trying to remember if it was like 170 something. Yeah, it was like 173. The support was like 168.5 or something. In a way, it kind of reminds me of that. Not really locally maybe, but this low, and now this low again. You wouldn't want to own KuCoin below like $10. I think there's a ton of downside potential. You have a 627 target if they ever lose that, but that's what we do here, right? We're looking for equitable longs. And to me, this seems like an extremely good setup where tight stop, strategic stop, close to a key level. And if anytime an asset's correlating positively to a key level like this, you have the most upside potential if it actually runs. And so from where it is right now, 35% upside potential. If what we are witnessing is real, them defending the demand line, the oversold threshold of the uptrend, if them recapturing, reconfirming this support zone from 2022, if that's real, 35% upside minimum. We'll see, right? So it's better than 99% of cryptos that exist, right? Because go to 99% of cryptos and try to plot me an upsloping channel that exists going back to September 2023. Find me. Now, I know there's probably a couple one-offs, right? This one and that one and this one. Remember, 36 million cryptos. So I would say this is a less than 1%er where you're going to find an actual uptrend and it's conceptualized with the parallel channel tool. So that's the argument here, right? It's always about presenting an argument. I think it's a pretty good argument. And if it fails, minimal losses, and that's all you can hope for. That's all that can be given here on with TA, okay? Does that make any sense, chat? I don't even know. Yeah, there's a delay, but I've been analyzing this a minute. Anyway, okay, cool, dude. No one cares. We'll go to Uniswap real quick. That is also a favorite of mine. I don't know why or how this is going to play out, to be real with you. I mean, they could easily take this thing back down to a more optimum entry. It'd probably be better at 520 like that. But either way, it's in your DCA dollar cost average zone if you're a harmonic trader. Like that, again, go to 99% of cryptos and none look like this. They just don't. It's so well established of a shark pattern after a massive drawdown. And that M shape, that shark pattern, is concluding its development at a key inflection zone where bottoms have come in before historically. So to me, it's just like, I don't know why. I don't know why it's being painted like this, because no other cryptos have this right now. KuCoin doesn't even have that. It has its own vibes, right? Its own flavor of risk management and the why someone might long. This is a different type of why. This is the predictable pattern, been studied since the 1920s, H.M. Gartley, but with the Scott Carney twist, because it is a shark, not a Gartley. And you have your type 1 reaction, very well established, your type 2 return. And yes, they could crap around, fart around longer than you could stay solvent, I understand. But it's like, okay, you got 100% allocation, fine. Take 5% of that 100% allocation and just buy uni. And then as time goes by, you're just DCA, oh, it's going down more, going down to 540, 560, just incremental bids on this all the way down to 520. And you just keep monitoring. But this is a very strong setup. Like the odds of this going, I mean, when you identify harmonics successfully like this, you have a very good edge on the market. So I don't know why it's doing this, but it is. And I scanned through all these other scam coins and none are doing this. It's visible on the freaking weekly. And if you don't remember, this was one of the most incredible Gartley setups ever. Like it just was. If you remember, this was a trade setup in the Patreon. It was like this. And they took it all the way up. What a perfect trade it was. And look how it didn't round trip, but lost most its value from the entry, right? From the profit taking levels. This was the exit up here. I could find it, but whatever. It was perfect. And so you kind of have the exact same setup again right now. And the amount of time, 273 days of development. That's a lot of time, man. So it might take another 50, 90, 100 days of sideways, but I think you have a greater probability of it going way higher in time than way lower. So of course it could bust. It's crypto. Welcome to an untraditional market where none of the research of traditional technical analysis was done here. None. So we are literally in a new world. We've been in a new world for 8+ years trying to apply traditional technical analysis to this untraditional market. So you got to take everything, not with a grain of salt, I guess, maybe, but what else is there to do? Like you got something better, a better way to navigate cryptos? I mean, no, you don't, probably. So you got bullish divergence on the weekly. You got bullish divergence on the 3-day. I mean, it's all there. Like, you have all the variables that give you a greater than 50% chance of this than lower. So nothing's certain, but again, it's probabilities. It's a patient man's game. That's for sure on this. That you have to just. I like KuCoin probably a little better, due to the trend being so well established, due to what we just got on that bullish back test. But this one could go to 520 again. I get that. Could crap around, but they both have their own arguments for up higher prices in time. So most don't, man. Most don't. Dude, Theta Coin, bro. Does Uniswap or KuCoin look anything like Theta? God, no. In no way. Kidding? Still just below a key resistance that goes back to 2018. No structure. It's just a loser. And it could just keep squeezing higher and it wouldn't matter. VeChain up 3.4%, but with really nothing here, man. Like, yeah, Bitcoin rallied, so altcoins rallied too. Great. Storage coin. Well, storage kind of interesting. Kind of right here. 12.4 cents. Let's see. Is that right? Yep. Psh, my God, man. Look at that. 2019. Look at this price action back here. Look at that. And this is what's going on with storage. The buyers like recaptured this zone and they're like holding it right now. That's kind of interesting. I mean, structurally, you don't have like a big harmonic pattern over 270 days. You don't have a good trend at all, right? So it's nothing like Uniswap and it's nothing like KuCoin, but you got that spring back test of spring kind of. That's about it. It's interesting, right? Okay. So not a great example, but most of them look like these garbage. Neocoin, bro. It's Chinese, dude. Neocoin hitting all-time lows. Yeah. October 10th. I mean, whatever. Like no structure. Oh, a little bullish divergence on the MACD histogram, and it's doing nothing. Who cares? Like, dead market on most of these coins. You really have to scan to like find ones that are meh. Okay, they might be making a market on them. Chainlink's okay. It's decent down here. I mean, they're putting in a mega 99% retrace double bottom here. Like, this is actually pretty cool. This one's not too bad. Right? Like, see this from this low to high? That's a 99% retrace. 98, 99% retrace. Don't forget about that 99%. 886 is good, but sometimes they do the 99.9% whatever, or it's just slightly higher low and they confirm a bottom here and there's really nice divergence on it. So Chainlink could be getting ready for a nice retrace from its highs, high to low. If you targeted this and it was going to break out and run, you'd probably be targeting, I mean, 382 to 618 right there. I mean, that's your golden zone, 1780 to 2163. So this one's okay, right? These other ones we were looking at, they're nothing like this. They look nothing. There's no structure. They're just losers. Only lose. Lower high, lower low. Garbage. No structure. Just garbage. So you gotta scan, man. You like. I don't know why it's so different, right? Some are just like, yeah, these are dead projects. No one owns that crap. But maybe Link has a chance here. Neo, same price it was when it was Altcoin. God. And I think that was even before I was even in crypto, which is a long time, dude. All right, Chainlink, Hyper Chainlink. I mean, problem is a little removed. Like, I guess at this point, you'd 1183. That's that you'd take on a lot of losses if it failed. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting here.
Hey, Mitch, can you look at dollar figure? Thanks.
Abutaja. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that for sure, man. It's the apostasia, man. anyway, so yeah, I was kind of like making a point here. Let's look at these metals real quick, okay? Let's go to gold. You know, we're talking about the events that occurred on the daily, but they gapped this thing up. They gapped it up, and it's running. There's something about metals though, like comics is a culprit of suppressing price with paper short contracts, and when they're not open, metal runs during the night, Asia. But so look at it. They gapped it up, and it's like going nuts right now, up over like about 1%. I mean, silver's up 1.5%, platinum's up 3.66% on the new day. It's been going less than an hour, chat. So then that's the real market. When Wall Street opens tomorrow, they will probably dump the living crap out of these assets with paper to go fill the gap, just like they did on Friday. That's what they did to silver. So, yep. So it looks like we're getting another bit soon to be getting a big test tonight of 43.81. If they can break that, the party is back on for all metals. But no, 3 days they have failed to break that zone. So today, new hope, new life. They break it. It would be like the target for sure above 43.81 would just be 4,500 again. Straight up and down. But psychologically, it's also 45.15 is the 1272. So that'd be how you're targeting here. So let's have everyone in the world on the stream, everyone in this chat, we should set up our alerts just above 43.82. You hear a beep, a big breakout attempt is occurring on gold. Silver, busting. Like, you don't know, right? It's like you're in like Google, La La Land up here, hit a 4236 from the ascending triangles. Top. Insane. Buying climax, dark cloud cover on the daily and the monthly or weekly. It was the weekly, right? Weekly dark cloud cover was confirmed on Friday, but you got to have a follow through candle the next week. So this week you have to close lower than 72.75, otherwise it's not real. Not confirmed as real. So they could just bust this higher. We go to $80 this week. But you just gotta think, man, like at some point, yeah, the technicals are insane. You got banks getting billions of dollars to print paper short contracts on silver to try to tame what is happening. The physical and the paper have completely decoupled. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't think if they somehow are going to short this thing to $68 or lower, that somehow all of a sudden the physical demand and premium across the world is just going to start nosediving. I don't think so. That's how volatile silver is right now. So good to see it on the new week. This was such a trade. Finished up my year so well. And, you know, $100 silver, maybe. Look at the daily again. Yeah, I mean, just started off real good. 4 hour. The thing about the 4 hours so insane. Okay, we were talking about this on Friday. How they yes, the 4 hour highs are really sketch. Like, oh my god, massive distribution going on, dude. I don't even think you can worry about it because you know the fundamental side of what's happening. But what they're doing to this demand line that stems back to the dragon, the legendary trade setup of our lives, right? That demand line tested once and now being tested twice locally. And now just on the new week, blasting. It's already up. It just hit over $74 a coin. This is your new S-coin market. The liquidity's here. The volatility's here. Supports are being tested. $70 is being defended. Incredible. But dude, forget that. This is the poor man's metal market, of the metal market, right? Because it's all about platinum right now. 4%. 4.2%. Is that a joint? Running up to 2247, 2300 again. Why? Because that's the old all-time high from 2008. This is where they're pushing it. This is where they're running it to. Maybe they break it. They do. Oh my God, pandemonium on this market. Not bearish back test. Yeah, they could easily, they dumped it and then they rally and they test and they fail, right? Okay, could very well happen, but there's just nothing really here resistance wise. So metals going nuts. Palladium up almost 3%. What a bullish hammer. What a bullish engulfing candle the next day to confirm the validity of the bullish hammer. And how wild is that? That the old supply line of this uptrend was regarded as support. 1500, 1583, the old mega resistance support zone from 2021 and 2023 was resistance. Back to 2020, it flipped to support. Yeah, that in an uptrend, right? That's what we're talking about. Uptrend. You don't have to lose sleep at night owning stuff that is in a very well-established uptrend. Like crypto, I don't know, man. They're putting in maybe a lower high. Well, it could go up like 30 more percent and it's still going to make a lower high. Well, they could rug pull us any day now. CZ. Oh, they're look, someone's got a positive P&L in crypto. Rug pull this S. Yeah, rug pull it. Not like that in metals, dude. Hope your wife gets better. Andrew, man. Yeah. Be sure to feed her just raw garlic, man. Just make her eat it. She'll be all right. That's right, 618 Golden Pocket. That's right, dude. 618 Golden Pocket. Golden Pocket is technically, you should change your name to 65 because the Golden Pocket's 65%. The Golden Retrace is just the 618. So we're going to be technical here. You should be 650 or something. Don't get wrecked, dude. Copper. You just wait, man. They're just up against the resistance. This thing might go nuclear this year. The monthly is 631 to $9+ target. I mean, this one's not gone berserk yet. It hasn't. But if you don't think it can, it probably will. Okay. 631, target 1, maybe target $9, maybe 10 for a psychological thing. Yeah. Aluminum. Look at this, chat. Aluminum. Remember how it closed on Friday? Hits the top of that channel. Is so perfect, right? But just seeing its highest levels since April 2022, and you're targeting for 3220. It's gonna go up and down, right? But 3220 is your hard target. Okay. Rare earth and strategic metals, you're just waiting on $98, $100. That's the hardcore target up there. Okay. Oh yeah. NASDAQ futures. They open positive, right? We're up 0.27%. Hopefully we rally, man. But like, it doesn't look good, right? It just doesn't. You can't make it look good. You can't, like, if we're trying to decipher the psychology of buyers and sellers, it's not a great look right here. It's just not. When you make the highest high, you exceed a 1618, you have a big drawdown, then a big rally, and that big rally concludes, unfortunately, lower than the highest high, and the failure for market participants to actually test that 1618 again, and then another drawdown, and then another rally, and then a supply line becomes valid. They test the supply line and locally make a lower high than even that previous high and sell off there, and on Friday reject that supply line at the highs of day. I mean, that's not great, but I'm not saying it's all over, we're bearish, but it is hard to justify, like, hey man, taking fresh longs on something that looks like this is not really great. It's not. Even if it just goes higher immediately, it could, because $38.5 trillion in debt now, and money printer going to go burr, and fiat purchasing power is going to continue to collapse, and the boomers just cannot afford for this to go lower, so they just won't let it. This is what happens when you got a Federal Reserve and shadow pools of money and reverse repo. You don't know what's going on under the hood, but like trying to apply traditional technical analysis here. It's not a great look, but they could just pump this thing way higher. Okay, so we're not trying to short the NASDAQ or anything, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, it's kind of, it could look prettier. Yeah, it could look better, psychologically speaking. SPY, okay, it was a false bullish breakout. They hit the golden mean ratio for the first time ever. You know, that 2025 high to low, the April crash. They didn't see it in October nor December, but they did see it late December, and they just failed to break the rectangle. So no problem here, right? Highest high ever, but they couldn't break resistance. So maybe they put in a higher low again. No problem. 7K on deck. All right, man. There's no trend reversal behavior yet. It's just, man, you are at the civilizational premium on these index funds. You just are. There's no value at all. You're a premium buyer, and that's okay, man, right? Because again, money printer, monetary debasement, we're screwed. So nothing even matters anymore. But yeah, from like, hey man, remember we were looking at Uniswap? Like M shapes in that context are like indicative of what technical value is. Like destroyed at the bottom, confirming the bottom after the M shape develops, and there's seller exhaustion. It's all on the oscillators on multiple time scales. Like that's real value. That's where it's like, I think there's a higher probability of eventually it goes way higher next, not way lower. Up here, when we're looking at something like this, it's not great. It's not a great proposition. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not a fortune teller, bro. Not trying to. We just know structures. We know context. We know price action correlation to key levels. So we can construct trading plans that have optimum reward to risk, and there's a greater than 50% chance that they play out. You know, like that's all we're looking for here. Okay. Cool stuff, dude. Great. Silver is mooning right now. It's up over 2%. High of day. Here we go, dude. Here we freaking go. Bitcoin is also rallying. It's up 0.5%. It's pretty much at its highs of day right now as I'm speaking to you. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. It's also the 4th of the month, the 4th best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. It is pinned in the chat above. And yeah, you get access to the trade setups, education, access to my charts. I'm posting literally daily my chart updates of different assets across the markets, and very interesting stuff. So I am a tool for you to utilize on your trading journey. And above all, the value you would get in the Patreon/Citadel. Remember, you are supporting a 100% crowdsourced streamer who's been doing this for 8 years. Okay. Never sold out. Literally didn't sell out. Just so I can say proudly that the only people I represent are you and the legends that put their life's work and research into the field of traditional technical analysis. So that's it, man. So let's keep this pumping, man. Let's keep the metals pumping harder than the cryptos. All right, so sorry about that, man. The daily candle closed, the weekly candle closed. So Jesus chimes on the new. So you know what happened on the daily? Highest daily candle close confirmed since December 11th. So out the gate, you got a rally here. You got intraday on the new day, highest price since December 12th. Very good. Wait, song sucks. Okay. So good stuff, man. On the new day, let's look at the weekly on these real quick. Bullish engulfing candle on the weekly, and look what they've done. The traders settled up above that 91,265. Very good candle. Highest weekly candle close, chat, since November 10th.
Hype in the chat!
I like turtles.
At least I have chicken.
We did it, man.
Love it, Mitch. Hope you all caught that sermon. Kang.
What's up, Andrew, man? Thanks so much, dude. Which sermon, dude? Did I commit a sermon? Hey, it's Stu Dallas, man, coming over from Glasgow. Glasgow's beautiful, man. I visited. I know you know my bros, Crypto Glasgow. Salt of the earth up there. We went and we climbed the tallest of the Scottish hills. There were actually sheep, wild sheep everywhere. We saw a rainbow. It was crazy. Then we went to William Wallace's shrine. Amazing. That's right. Leroy Jenkins, dude. Leroy Jenkins in the chat. Yeah, yesterday Bitcoin turned 17 years old. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. Performance last year was not great, but that's okay. It's a maturing asset. And remember, Bitcoin isn't about the gains, man. Bitcoin is a technology that is revolutionary. It takes out the counterparty risks. It makes it to where I can commit a transaction to you with no middleman. The middleman are thousands of decentralized computers. That is why Bitcoin exists. All right. Forget about the price action, man. Bitcoin is greater than the price action. Bitcoin will be serving its purpose at 50K, 100K, 300K, 10K. Same purpose it will be serving. All right. So remember where we are. 886 from the previous low to high. Historically speaking, in 2021, 2022, this exact same thing happened. And if history repeated itself, Bitcoin would be seeing 97 to 100K next. Okay. And I'll just show you. It's not my opinion, right? This is literally just like if history repeated itself, bro. Stop acting like I'm trying to be like, I know what's going on. What's going to happen next? Okay. I'm telling you, like, remember this is exactly what just happened. And so, right. I'll show you. Remember this low to high, 88% retrace. That was the low. That was what we got. So from there, from the highest high to the lowest low, when the retrace began, you saw a 40% retrace from the high to low, right? 40%. That means we're not there yet on Bitcoin if it was going to repeat. I'll show you one more time. It's for people that don't know. I've done this already on stream, right? From the low to high, like it was an 88% retrace, literally perfectly. Ah, yes, that's insane. I can't even believe it did that, right? Okay, so Fibonacci string, if it's going to go through a retrace from the high to the low, like we just did, 38%, 40%, it'd be 99.7 to 100K is if it was identical. So we'll see. Big 886 here. All right. Gold almost up 1%, man. We're getting close, man. That big bearish engulfing candle last week on gold, but this gapped it up and just right out the gate, man. Asia, telling you, dude, the metals market is screaming something. I think the bond market, in a way, is screaming something. Like, this isn't good, man. Look what's happening to the TLT. You know, they're cutting interest rates. Cutting. Lowest daily candle close on Friday. Literally, since September 3rd. Multi-month lows. Disgusting. I mean, look at this. I mean, the price action. It's legit like this. It's like, wow, man. It's like 1. It's like 2. It's like 3. I mean, that's like rule of 3. 3 falling peaks continuation. Negative price action correlation to the 200-day simple moving average, and now losing the complete and utter support zone. It is so nasty. Bonds. No one buying bonds.
Please check $JD.
What's up, Mr. Switchblade? Thanks for the 20, dude. JD.cam. Yeah, we can do it. Thank you. Utter garbage, man. So it's like gold and silver, the new bonds. That's pretty much, I feel like, what's going on right now. But yeah, dude, it's for income, man. It's for my dividends or
just
my yield.
Because.
Hey, Eric, man. Oh my God. Speaking of yields or bonds, the Japanese 10-year yield chat, 2.093% right now. It just gapped up. It just hit all-time highs. This is the carry trade imploding. Remember? The free money. Gone. Remember, they're raising interest rates. Raising interest rates in Japan. You just got a gap up. It's up 1.74% on the new week, on the new day. What? What is going on?
No way. No way. What is this garbage?
Oh, all right. Just so you know, that's not what you want to see. So keeping you apprised of the situation. And as this is happening, silver high of day, 2.2% in climbing. Better get your silver even at premium if you can, because you have a lifetime ongoing thing where the Western paper banks can no longer contain what's happening with the silver market. You actually have a ton of scarcity going on. I remember the 4 hours, beautiful. 4 hours like, oh, they just defended a level for the second time. All right, I'll see you at 77. Maybe tonight. Pumping, dude. They're pumping it. And that's it, man. Wow, incredible. Gold up over 1% now. Hope you own some. Yeah, soon to be testing that resistance again. Platinum, I mean the metals, dude. Forget crypto. Platinum up 4.3%. Palladium up 3.3%. Copper up 0.5%. Insane. Wow. And remember though, by morning, Wall Street, COMEX, they have unlimited capital because the reverse repo. The Federal Reserve literally gives them as many billions of dollars as they need to try to put a lid on this silver market, on this metal market. It's insane. And then the disparity, the decoupling between physical and paper, it will continue to widen. And something will happen. Something will break if everything continues as it is. You had like, what was it, the last day or two of the year, you had the largest reverse repo, $74 billion since 2020, since the COVID crash. And then like the next day, another, it was like the second most amount needed. Insane amounts of money being printed quietly. No one's telling you about it. And it's legit. So they can try to short the metals market, suppress the paper market. Okay, yeah, let's see these requests, man. Let's see what we can do, man. Okay, we haven't been on the full screen all night, really. So, how y'all doing, man? Let's check this out. Let's see here. DJT. Back above 13. Yeah, this one was like garbage, dude. Like failed, M shape. But yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, it is in the basement. It's like, what can you do here? This is as low of a risk area, I guess, as you could get. A false bearish breakdown, I guess, on the gap up. The closer you are to like 12 bucks, 12.20. I guess the easier it is to strategize or manage here. So yeah, I mean, if you're down here and you care about Trump Media Company, why not? I mean, this is probably, if you didn't have any, it was up 4% on Friday. It doesn't matter. This thing's very volatile, right? Up and down 4%. But you can see the level from 2023. That's it. That's what you be strategizing. You just be hoping that it doesn't fall below 12.20. And there'd be the most upside you can imagine here. I wonder if there's a supply line or something. They've already broken it, but it didn't do anything. See, like no bids came in after that supply line broke. So yeah. I guess stop loss below like 1220, because if it falls below 1220, it's going to 1060 to fill that gap. So that's the best you can do. Okay. No structure really. None. No real structure. Failed M shape. Fell below the X point, but all right. Now you're back above it. So okay. That's where you cut your losses, below that swing low, and your upside.
What's the probability of a head and shoulders forming on Bitcoin on the weekly?
I don't know, man, right? They have to play out. They have to present themselves. Like there's no probability of a pattern potentially presenting itself without that happening, without it already being done. Like we already talked about, 97 to 100K if it just does exactly what happened in 2022. That's it. We like KuCoin and Uniswap for the actual technical analysis. Things are going to randomly pump. Doesn't have to be rhyme or reason. Okay, yeah, your upside, I mean, talking 2750 to $33+ if you're down here. That's the basement, absolutely. You can take a shot if you want, man. It's extremely low risk. You're in the absolute basement. That's all I can give you on DJT. Papa straight up. Thank you, dude. All right. Destroying the Illusion once. Toncoin. Oh god, I remember this one. Toncoin. Bro, this one's gonna change the world. KuCoin, I guess. I don't know. Oh god, man. Can't say it's not like in the gutter. Like, look what they did to it. They have destroyed it, and it's back to round trip from 2023, 2022. I'm sure there's a well-established downtrend here, like a channel we could plot, maybe. So bad, man. And there you go. It hit the, you see anchor points up here. You take here and here. They lost it. They recaptured it, and they're holding it. So you're oversold threshold, but again, is there a structure locally that makes sense? No, I don't think so. It could rally, sure. They could take it to 273, whatever. But again, it's not like what we right? I'm studying textbooks, traditional technical analysis, and right here I'm looking at it. It looks like everything else. And when it looks like everything else, that means like, is there a true edge on the asset, like impending upside potential? Nah, no. No. Kind of just confirmed a little bottom in November and December right here. Not really out of support either. Like the only support I guess would have been this demand line of this channel. Yeah, and when that happens, like there's not much I can really do to help. I mean, like it's kind of up against some minor resistance of 196. If they can break 196, yeah, your target would probably be 260. But it's all about the if there. Okay, so I don't. You see what I'm talking about? It goes all the way back to 2022. Swing lows, swing low, swing low. It's flipped to resistance. They're just regarding it as resistance right now. So it's all about the if. Can they break it? Okay, 260 if they do. If they don't, probably go into 125 eventually. So it's bad, man. Very bad. Okay. Look at the next. Thank you, Destroying the Illusion. Much love, man. Staj wants Fig. What is that? Is that an S coin? Figma. Ligma. Oh, wow. A chart worse than all your worst cryptos. Figma. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Staj? Fig, really? And before he's like, nah, dude, I want the S coin. Is there an S coin called Fig? Probably. 36 million. No, there's not. Wow. Oh my God, there is. There is one, of course. And it's on MEX. This is why you gotta hate crypto. Gotta hate it. 36 million. There is a high probability any word you type in will be an S coin pairing. It's so stupid. But yeah, if you're talking about this one, nothing to do here, man. Garbage. Downtrend. Looks like a bear flag. But it's so destroyed that Is there any value involved with shorting it? No, it's just eh. Silver pump stream coming. Yep. 2.64%. Yeah, silver going to 80 again, man. Yep. 80 before 8. What time is it? 7:26 or so. Yeah, dude. Silver. There's gold. Gold breaking out, chat. Who cares about FIG? Are you kidding me? Why do you care about FIG, bro? My brother's uncle's mother's cousin works there, man. It just looks bad. It doesn't matter if it rallies. It's just like bear flag. But of course it could pump. They could take it to 43 bucks. Still inside this. Nothing to do. If it just randomly started going insane, 50 bucks. All right, dude. Congrats. There's nothing I can do, man. Like, look, dude, I appreciate the contributions always, but if there's not the structures we need, the trend we need, all the things that give us an edge, increased probability, equitable trade setup, I just gotta look at it and say, nah, and we gotta move on. Sorry, man. I appreciate you, dude. Staj. JD, just been getting rugged. I mean, just been taking L's. But they're trying to do something. Ugh, but it's like below the supports. Yep. Yeah, all these, a lot of the Chinese stocks have been just getting taking it on the chin, man. Maybe we could try to plot a wedge or something. Some sort of wedge, maybe. I mean, I guess use your imagination. Yeah, you could maybe say it's a wedge. My only issue is, like, it's not like IQ. At least they're holding the support. You're like in the middle of support resistance zone, so I can't really feel that great about it. I mean, the only thing you could do, I guess, on JD, you might get stopped out immediately, is just stop below 28.40, 28.30. That's it now. Like, I don't even know what else you do. It's like you gotta, like, trust that the November and December lows, that's your threshold for tolerance of losses. Nothing below that, man, because they're gonna go fill a gap. 27 bucks. Who knows, man? So I want a bag of 31. I want it above 31 and $33. That's all I care about. 31, and look, man, this is the magic. The resistance, right? They break it, they back test it, and it's gone to all-time highs. Support. That's what I want. I want it to get above that level and hold above it. I want them to do something like this, like immediately. I want it to be like this, and then this, then this, maybe like that. Then let's talk. I would create a trading plan if all that happened. So it's a little bit higher risk right now until you break and recapture key level and start correlating. The price action begins to correlate positively to that inflection zone that you have recaptured. None of those things have happened yet. So you don't really, I don't think, have an edge. But I guess if you want to be high risk, bro, just stop loss it below 28.30 or something and just whatever. That's all I can give you. I hope that happens. I mean, the China A50 looks good for higher. So probability of oh, anonymous. What the heck? What was that? I didn't see that, so we'll play it. Mr. Singh asks the probability of Bitcoin forming a head and shoulders. Well, unfortunately, that's not really how it works, but on the weekly, again, we're looking at the weekly here on Bitcoin. All right, above like 97, or I'm sorry, 91. It's really 93. Above 93, good upside potential. But yeah, like I said, 97 to 100 just to do what it did in 2022. That's your upside potential. That's a 40% retrace from the previous high point, the all-time high, to the lowest low of the correction. If they took it higher, all right, then you targeting like 104, to 109. And at that point, it could be a head and shoulders, but we don't know until that happens. At that point, people are going to be a lot more optimistic about crypto if we're at 109. That's for sure. But see, even the thing is, what's Vincent, man?
At Vincent LeChapelle 7432 super chatted $72.18. Hey Mitch. I wish you a very good year, prosperity and peace, man. Can we look at ENPHDHX a lot?
Literally, yes.
I have some evidence Vanberry Pig could be in this area.
Thanks so much, man, for the 7218 super chat, man. We'll certainly look at in-phase energy. Yeah. And Anon, I don't think it played. I'm gonna play it real quick just because it didn't play. Yeah, that did not play. I must have been on the other screen. So Anonymous, thank you so much for the 50. Coming in from Glasgow. Skull on my. Oh my god. OSS.
Hey bro, happy new year. Confetti ball emoji. Glasgow peeps. Dollar Ross man edge AI. USA emoji. Army contracts thoughts?
Oh. I don't know. We'll look at it. Anonymous, thank you so much, dude. Kingsman. Vincent and Anon. Y'all amazing. So Mr. Singh, dude, I don't know, right? We get up there, we start failing, maybe, but see, what they do is they could do that, like in the wildest world of your imagination, they do that, they pull it back. It doesn't matter till they break the neckline. They could pivot it here, and then boom, we're going like it. So too early to even be thinking about head and shoulders yet. Okay.
I like turtles.
Me too, Jonathan. Me too. Because Enphase be next. No. OSS. Right now. Because that was first. One Stop Systems Incorporated. Silver up 3%. Dude, silver, a over $4 trillion market cap asset, trading like a scam coin, meme coin. Every single day. 3 to 6% moves every day now. It's like crazy, man. It's actually insane. Paper market is imploding. We're watching something that has never happened before in our lifetime. Yep. Okay. OSS? I'll tell you, man. I wish someone would have come in here in April.
Gentlemen in the mix. My boss tried to give me a Nick Saban quote today because I'm uncoachable but I'm a racehorse with a dream. So can we do a dealer's choice today because I have dreams? Lol, also I like turtles.
Straight man. Yeah, man. Well, Nick Saban's a king, dude. King of all kings in football. The greatest there ever was or ever will be, for sure. Think about it. There are 4 teams left in the college football playoff. Every single coach is a disciple of Nick Saban. That's insane. So, dealer's choice, I think I've already done. I already did dealer's choice preemptively, and it was KuCoin. KuCoin. That's the one, Stray. To do another one, I don't know. Like that's such a strong, if you want a crypto setup, man, that's the one. The Uniswap could be it too, because it's the harmonic framework, but I don't even know that suffices, man. Look, dude, OSS, Anon, the time to care was certainly 182. Whether it was August or it was April, no one in the world even told me about this, talked about it. That would have been it. That's the best place. That's where the smart money, the institutions, that's where we want too long. Always. It will never change. That's the beauty of it, man. You'll come in here, I'll be 100. We're looking for assets that are correlating positively to key levels, supports with maximum upside potential if it happens, okay? This is a trade that just is played out. It's over for risk management. It is over for making good money with max upside potential with low risk. It's high risk now. It has a chance of failing to break 671, which would have been profit taking level. This is where traders getting out. A trading range, 671, 651. You see it right here, 2021. That's where, yeah, you see initially people did take profit. And they rallied it again. But this is an attempted rally, a slightly higher high. I could bet you money this is going to show us bearish divergence on one time scale or the other. There it is. There's your bearish divergence. The high, the sell-off, the slightly higher high, the lower levels of positive momentum, lower levels of relative strength on the slightly higher high. So it could end up being an upthrust with a lot of downside potential if it fails. Buyers looking exhausted on a weekly time scale. Hey man, there's a chance though. There's always a chance that this time they broke this thing out. We're going to all-time highs. So it's like for the swing trader, position trader, this is the worst spot you ever want to be in to try to long an asset, despite fundamentals or whatever.
Happy New Year, Mitch. Are you planning to attend any of the World Cup games?
No, dude. If I wanted to do that, like the World Cup finals in New Jersey, apparently it's $50,000 for a ticket anywhere. I'd rather just buy a presidential day date, yellow gold Rolex than attend a World Cup game. It just depends on what matters to you. I don't really care, you know. Look it up though. Obscene what they're doing. I don't know. Yeah, someone got an extra ticket. They want me to attend. Sure, dude. I'll go if someone just invites me with a ticket. All right, let's do it, dude. But like, am I gonna like, hey, I'm gonna take my resources and go watch soccer? Probably not. But we'll definitely attend if, you know what I'm saying, man. Let's say extend this maybe a little bit more. Right there, that high from 2018, so it's a little bit bigger of a zone. Yep. This is a higher risk situation. You're in the tail end of a big rally where there was great proper risk management down here, confirmation lows, easy stuff. And now it's
okay. I am thinking something like AMD. Isn't going to make you $1 million, but can we look at it?
Yeah, American Tower, sure. Silver, 3.3%. Gold, 1.3%. Chat, Asia, mania, literal mania in metals. Yeah, people care about stocks and, oh, this stock, dude, it's metals. Okay, there's an actual paradigm shift unfolding right now. We'll look, dude. Okay, that would be it. That'll be next. AMT. AMT for stray. American Tower. Do real estate? Yep. I don't know, man. It's kind of sketch, dude. Kind of sketch. I know it's at support, but I hate the context. I hate that it's in a well-established downtrend. I do hate that. I hate the fact that they've already defended this level in April of 2024. Already defended the level in January of last year, a year ago. And here we are again at the same support. Why I don't like the context, or what is the context? Well, you're already in a downtrend. You've been in a downtrend, maybe concluded in 2023 the rally. See, that's a lower high than the previous high. The only thing that's changed is higher lows. Okay, they've got higher lows coming in, but now the higher high, the same low, the lower high though. So it's like the redistribution, right? That's, what is that? That's a 1 and 2. They confirmed it, a massive drawdown, and here you are, just 2 weeks ago, lowest weekly close since April of 2024. So I don't really like that. I mean, you could take a shot, but chances are the rally goes a little higher and then another lower high, and then eventually that breaks, and then this downtrend continues. So I'm not really digging this. The uptrend reversed, and you can really see, like, just think about it like, okay, here are the previous highs, the distribution, the all-time high, the top of the trend, right? And all these lower highs, and still, even at the height of the attempt from buyers, all they could do was regard 241 as resistance when it was never regarded as resistance, right? When they broke that level in September 2022 on AMT, they just broke it. Not enough demand in January 2023 for another drawdown. But eventually, buyers recaught their footing and a rally occurred, and they finally confirmed it as resistance. And then a huge flush, right? At that same level, there was demand. Okay. So buyers came back in, sellers relented. And what happened? There was such a lack of demand again in April of last year, July of last year, that they were unable to test that 241.73 level as they did before. So to me, there might be some bids coming in because this is certainly a level where there is demand. They're propping it up. But I think it's more like you have an institution that is defending this level so they can continue to offload, redistribute, offload their position with a lower high, and eventually they are absorbing the remaining demand that exists at 174.55, 180, and eventually that demand will be completely absorbed and you'll see a massive markdown to 134. That to me is what's going on. I don't like it. I know that it could rally here. You could get a big rally, but where's it going to conclude? They could take it up to 198, still put in a lower high, right? Yeah, of course. But I would just be careful. Like they're just kind of holding here with bad context. Now it's almost like a head and shoulders continuation. It's below the 200 moving average. The 200 week moving average is down sloping. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I can't really get behind it. Silver up 3.6%. Gold up 1.5%. Mania, chat. Mania. Look at this. Screw AMT. Are you kidding me? Screw AMT. Screw stocks. It's metals, man. Look at this. It's pumping like Dogecoin. The new Dogecoin. It won't stop till 4 a.m. on pre-market opens.
NYSE weekly PLS man. RSIMACD.
Yeah, sure. Why not? LYB. Thank you, G-Dog. LYB. We'll see here. Do we got a chance on this? Linden, Basil. Well. As you scale out, starts interesting-ish. Let's go to let's look back at history. What would be the swing high, swing low? That's a big level. Swing high, swing low. Oh man, look at that spring back test on the weekly. 2020 before it ran. Yeah, we know 45.68 now is a key level due to the nature of price action there. So trading just below it. But yeah, there's bullish divergence in the MACD histogram. Definitely bullish divergence on the RSI, it looks like. Yeah, this would be a big exhaustion play because certainly no higher lows, right? No evidence of accumulation, no evidence of the composite operator conducting a buying campaign on this. It would just be, oh my God, the sellers just are done, man. Like it's like, look, it's been only forever, you know, like it's only been almost 2 years that it's just incessant selling. So maybe finally some bids will come in. But I don't even know. Let's see. See if we could even make sense. Like, I think it's gonna be more like this. Yeah, there's your channel, right? Yep. Did we recapture 45.68? I feel way more comfortable about the asset if that could happen. I'm not sure anything else is even... Maybe I could just be like, okay, is it a little zone here? Trying to give benefit of the doubt. Kind of seems like it. See that? Wow, incredible. And so, yeah, that's the weekly and all. So he's like, all right, double bottom. I mean, maybe, yeah. Could be like, remember the trend is so bad though, right? There, just because double bottoms happen in well-established downtrends doesn't mean things are changing. But hey, how about this? How about we open minds and an open heart? This is probably some sort of 1272, 1414, but you would think it's not deep enough. Like a crab pattern. Oh, almost. It's a 150% retrace crab. So you got some sort of like extension harmonic with a maybe type 2 return with, yes, and pretty insane bullish divergence on the daily. Yeah, that's like incredible. Yeah, I mean, an argument could be made here, but remember the trend sucks. But your stop loss would be like below 42, I guess. 42 bucks. What do you think, G-Dog? That's the best I could do. Would have been nice if it was a little bit lower, right? At 1618, it would have been like 40. But it bottomed out at like 42. Bitcoin chat, highs of the week right now. Your monetary system is collapsing, and though it is slow, methodical, and you can barely tell, it's actually accelerating. It's not getting better, okay? Like everything that exists out, you see all those lights out there, man? Everything you can buy out there is only going to get more expensive. So it's really important that you are participating, you own financial instruments that keep up with or outrun inflation. Things are only going to get worse. They're only going to print more money. There's no other option. It's, you know, the other option? Civilizational collapse. That's it. So they will never defend the currency. They will always destroy the currency, and you will be the victim unless you find a way to navigate financial markets, you participate, you do something, man. If you're working a job or jobs, which it's proven, it's historic, people working multiple jobs. If you're mining the fiats, right? That's what G-Dog says sometimes. Like, you won't be able to even keep up with inflation. It's that bad now. You won't. You like can't save. You won't be able to save. So you have to like buy gold and silver, metals, physical. But yeah, if you can't, I mean, paper is probably better than, make sure it's like GLD or SLV, because they do have that backed 1-to-1. Like JP Morgan is the custodian of SLV, and they've got more silver than any entity on earth in their vaults. So you don't have to worry about that insolvency or anything like that for paper. But it's just really important, man. And maybe crypto, like maybe even crypto is gonna rally some finally on the new year. I mean, it already has started, and right now, as I'm speaking to you, go back to Bitcoin, about to hit 92K for the first time of 2026. First time since mid-December. Now, there it is, chat. 92K, first time. Jesus chimes. We did it, man. Okay. G-Dog, I don't know if that helped, man. I don't know. Did what I could. What's up, Labeled Unity? You're still here, man. Dude, 8 years in less than a month. Crazy stuff. Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry.
Can we look at DNN? Requested earlier.
Sorry, man. Yeah, sometimes they sneak in, like the ticker will just, I won't read it. I'm going to be going to the Somalian Center for Luring, so I don't miss the next request, okay? Thank you, Wits. Bueller, another set ended. Gosh dang, man. How long? About an hour, 40-minute stream. My streams are not short. Last stream, this stream, my God, man. We're going on 4 hours. see here. Pump everything because your money, your fiat is done.
Hey Mitch, I appreciate the stream. Here's a tip for 3.5 years of watching. I always feel bad when Chad is dead, BC. I know I'm here. Great voice, geek content. Keep it up.
Geek content. Thanks so much. Napoleon Dynamite. We appreciate it, dude. DNN up 14%. Denison Mines. Yeah, you're probably going higher. I mean, this thing is running away. Yeah. I mean, it's in an uptrend. That's some power right there, man. What they did, 240. Man, if you could have just requested this at 248, bro, I'd have posted a trade setup. I need y'all to really like do what G-Dog's doing. Work really hard on scanning through thousands of assets for me, okay? And you're going to come to stream once you found that one that's in such a good trend and it's just done the thing that I try to teach you about, right? It's just done the spring back test of spring, December 17th. You're here on the 18th in stream being like, bro, look at this spring back test right effing now. Now. And I'm be like, oh my God, trade setup. But it's up 14%. It gapped up. I don't know, man. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, risk management wise, how in the world could I ever post a trade setup on this now? You could have, but it's at $3. It's up 25-30% since that perfect back test of old resistance as support.
Can we look at the stock for the center of ants? Or can we look at a trash stock looking to get kicked in the nose? Dealer's choice on doo-doo stock like the Austin Power stocks. Jonathan Nation.
Trey, I don't know what that was, what you said. I have to reread it. Because I'm going to the center for luring. What is the stock for center of ants? There is no publicly traded Somalian learning center yet. You know there was gonna be. They don't need to go public, right? Because they don't want anything to do with this. It's all fraud. Okay, bunch of scam artists that need to be deported back to Somalia. I don't give a crap what your opinion is. If you're watching this stream, turn it off. Turn it off. That's my taxpayer money. That's your money. We work 9 to 5. They're destroying our currency. Look at the metals right now. It's not because the metals are going up. Well, silver, there is some sort of scarcity and there is a supply deficit. But the gold aspect, that stuff's skyrocketing against a garbage currency pair. Probably half of $38.5 trillion, half of it's fraud from our government in illegal immigrants, man. Half of it, minimum. Other half military. Okay, we got to do that, man. Sure. We got to have some roads in here. But guess what? Infrastructure is garbage. Okay. Things were better in the 60s. Roads were better. I mean, just, hey man, I didn't have to like fear for my life. I want to walk down a metropolitan area, 1960s. Nope. Okay. So that's it, man. Like if you get a pullback here, you're lucky as F on Denison. But 248 was the time. If you wanted to take a shot, that was probably it. Now, I don't know. I mean, like your all-time high is 341 on deck. You're gonna that'd be your first target. If you wanted to target above that, you could. Easy enough. 373, 390, 415. All eligible targets. Okay. That was it. That's what I want. I'm trying to teach y'all. So, and look, the bullish inside bar on the 18th. That happened. Bullish inside bar. Perfect. Japanese candlestick reversal at support. Wow. Yep, would have gone nuts. So there you go. 342, 375, 417, 3 targets for you. That's all I can tell you. I don't know when it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, I don't know if they're going to fill the gap below you first or what. Hard to manage risk now. The closer you are to 248, the easier it is to manage risk. Thank you, dude. Thanks again, Witsman. I only yell because I care. And I have a suppressor on, so as loud as I yell, it never really goes beyond, it doesn't redline. So it's pretty cool. I wouldn't yell like that if I didn't have my suppressor on. Stray, I still don't know what center of ants is. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't. Yeah, I will never DM you randomly. URA, let's do it. That's dealer's choice, chat. Yeah, hey, look at this. Probably won't even get a chance. But you want to see DNN a little earlier? Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. I want you to look at this.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
That's right. Exactly. Look at this on URAA. Freaking double bottoming at where? Old resistance. It's almost like DNN in the time machine. We're going but tripping through time. 2024. Multiple times. Resistance. Resistance. And now support after a nice correction. This is incredible. I mean, I know it's up 17% on the day. I don't give an F. Look, if it pulls back, incredible opportunities to long. It's a dragon. It's all kinds of stuff, man. It's bullish divergence on the second attempt from sellers to break that support, and they failed. Do you understand? Uranium's probably going to be what pays our bills this year.
My uncle gave me setups around Christmas, been offline a lot around the holidays. Nx is another one, he said.
Yeah, well, there you go. Breakout. Get a URA breakout. This is
Anonymous tipped $25. Can you take a look at Dollar Night?
Dude, I'll look at everything, man. Everything. Everything's going to get looked at, okay? We got Bitcoin highs of 2026, highest level since mid-December. Look at it, man. Look at it. You better not stop requesting, chat.
Vincent Lechapella 7432 super chatted $36.09. Hey Mitch, after ENPH, can you look at Bitey on the weekly? Appreciated.
Hype in the chat!
We got hype overload. My God, man. Yeah. Yes, Vincent. Thank you, dude. You can't stop me. All right. So you see risk management, easy stop below 2880. And you're just going to let this ride to all-time highs. 62, 70, 80, 90, whatever. $10 at a time. That's URAA. Unbelievable, man. Freaking nuts. That's your dealer's choice. That's all your dealer's choices you could ever dream of right there. KuCoin was one. Uni, and now Ura. Position trader on this one. You're Kang on Ura.
At least I have chicken.
Okay. My God, man. Getting excited here. Yeah, next gen's like gone, all-time highs, you know. But the time to, if you see, they never back tested it, so it's kind of tough here. Yeah, they never back tested the breakout at 889, right? Resistance. It's kind of like an inverse head and shoulders continuation. We would call this almost a, let's just say a right angle descending Browning formation with a partial decline. That's what happened. See that? Beautiful little structure. I think G-Dog would like this. I think Thomas Bulkowski would like it. And then your partial decline was here. They failed to see the bottom of the structure, and then it became confirmed literally on Friday when it broke out. Tested and broke. So targeting, I think we could target, I think it never saw 1272. So high to low from 2024 to lowest point And my God, it's right angle descending broadening formation and a right angle descending formation. It's like Ception. Right angle descending broadening formation. You see that double pattern? Crazy. Risk it. It was. Remember Napoleon Dynamite? And then how many times we had to show you, oh man? I haven't even logged in Tangia on this computer, so I don't even know about login right now. But dude, I'm not sure what was the contribution. Yeah, man. Tangia, see, it's like, because I don't even know, man. People have been using it. Wayne Besson, we don't even need it, man. We don't even need it. We don't even need it, Gartley. We got, that's like, dude, you got pocket aces. Well, there's, we flop quads, and then a king is the third card on the flop. And it's like, well, we don't really need a king kicker with our quad aces. You know, that's, but it's good though. All right, I'll take it. High hand. Every hour there's a high hand or something, right? Some of these poker rooms. Okay, 1272 was officially achieved. 12 bucks, 1618 if it's gonna keep going, and then maybe if things get nuts on next gen, 2618 is almost $17, 1698. So you got a big breakout going on, man. Big deal. Up 11.4%. Everything went nuts.
Can we look at Zovra?
Wait. Can't we? I'm confused. Wait, I looked at URA for you because you said dealer's choice. That was dealer's choice, man. Music broken. No, it's still there. It's just not gonna be. We're not a freaking EDM concert, bro. $92,350. Metal's going nuts. Crypto is starting to go a little nuts, kind of. All right, yeah, next gen. Crazy. Night. Scam coin? He wants a scam coin. Anonymous wants a scam coin. On scam exchange, I guess Binance. Bro, if you're gonna be asking for Night, Anonymous, you can't be just being like, you can pick the exchange, because who knows where the data is. Like, this is what you requested. Are you gonna be upset with me if I'm looking at what you told me to look at, but it's not the right exchange for you? What's up, Cody, man? I don't know why it's not playing. Do you see? I'm not sure. I mean, hey, resistance and support kind of on Night. Holy crap. All right, we got ourselves what is it? Oh, okay. We got overnight. Yep. Very good, man. Very good. Okay. So, yeah, trying to look at these, man. Just calm. Everyone just relax, man, because 2-hour live stream now. 2-hour live stream, hour of requests. Okay. Trying to like, got people messaging me and stuff, so good lord. Actually kind of crazy. So at Night, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess stop loss below 8.3 cents, but I'm not saying to long this. This is an asset. And let me look at the chat and see someone's gonna be like, dude, could you look on the other exchange? Go for it, dude. Yeah, dude. Uranium. I can't believe it. Really. If it's going to hold this, then all-time high is 12 cents or something. I don't know, man. Like, remember, the request, I can tell, man. I can tell the request is like, hey, man, been investing in myself, and I'm really trying to, you know, identify those structures at key levels in good context with an edge. G-Dog is probably the best example. So anytime I see G-Dog tipping, it means there is almost certainly something very interesting on the chart. But when we go to, someone comes in and they tip for Nightcoin, I don't even know what I can do to help. And I feel bad because it's like, well, you just tipped 25 bucks. But it's like, to look at it, but there's nothing to do besides just talk about it. Resistance is maybe support, but it's a scam coin. It's a crypto, bro. I don't know. Demand line here. Sure. We're going to draw some lines here, but they broke it. They broke the demand line. It's now resistance. So yeah. Thank you, dude.
Hal going crazy.
Bitcoin going crazy, you mean, right? I think you misspelled BTC because Bitcoin's at high of year right now, chat. It's rallying. 92,424. Right now. Okay, let's hold on a sec. Did I miss end phase? Oh yeah, I gotta go to end phase now. Okay, we'll do end phase. Yeah, end phase. Yeah, it was the highest daily candle close since October. But it's all below this key level. See, this one's like, yeah. It wouldn't be much, man. It would just be, oh, sellers are exhausted. Maybe you're just doing the same thing, right? You get little squeezes. You get rallies to maybe an 886. So it could rally to $35.50, $38. Maybe fill a gap from November, $36.89, and it's just going to continue in a downtrend. There's not much about this one. The trend is not your friend. It didn't really hold any kind of support, I see. I wouldn't take action on it. I think there are better trends, better assets and better trends. All right, that's probably what it'll do. Can't really write home much about this one. There's nothing favorable. Is there a composite operator accumulating position? No, no evidence of that, right? Just doing the same thing. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Going for a retest of a key level, maybe even the 200 if you're lucky. Make an 886 from this high to low, and then a rollover. So there's better assets out there, right? And there are setups in the Patreon that are better than this. My God, silver, 5%. What is happening? Sweet mother of Jesus. Gold up 2%. Pop this ass. Woo. High of day. Breaking resistance. Nothing here till 4,500, chat. All right, we're about to go change it to silver chat, metals chat again. Inflation chat, maybe. We might do inflation chat. I'm not sure. Look at this, dude. Silver. Just pump this ass, man. Your poor little fiats. Your poor fiats. That's all I can say. And look at Bitcoin, man. Look. We're approaching 92.8, which is at the top of that inflection zone. You break that, man. There's a lot of upside potential. How much silver? How much? Never enough. Never enough, dude. Look, I bought some around Thanksgiving that finally came in. So we're stacking, man. We're stacking, bro. All right, we're stacking the silvers, okay? I got a 13-ounce silver chain being created for me. I know some people. So we just keep the silver coming, man. All right. Anyone want to contribute in silver? Let me know. Send you my PO box. We'll do this thing. All right. We're gonna start accepting Patreon pledges in silver and gold. I'm sure. I think Brad agreed to that yesterday. Drunk. Just kidding. All right. Bitcoin high of day right now up $1,000. 92.5. First time in 2026. Holy crap. How do we even get to these requests? BYD company. KuCoin chat. We got KuCoin alerts going off. KuCoin, baby. Look at this thing. Highest price since late November. Highs of 2026. This is the trade setup. This is the one where you're thinking 15 bucks eventually. 35% upside. Bitcoin. Highs of year. Hitting resistance right now. 92.7. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned pump chat. I mean, on everything except oil somehow, right? U.S. oil is probably not. Come on, dude. Come on, oil. Hey, it's up 0.65%. So it's, you know, better than it was. So let's go, Fred. Let's go, Fred. He's got his Navajo silver belt buckles. All right, chat. Bitcoin attempting the break right now of the key level. Pump this S. Highs of day, highs of week, highs of year, highs of month, highs of all. Okay, I gotta get to this request though. I'm trying, man. This is kind of tough though. This is kind of like how do we have euphoria going on a Sunday night on crypto and metals at the same time? Oil stocks booming right now overnight. I bet they are. CVX, go to boats and hose. Chevron, boom, up 12.5%, man. Wow. Boats at the highs of this evening, 186.90, highest level since January of 2023. Mania. We have insane things going on. This is Venezuela stuff. Holy crap, man. It's gonna be an interesting morning. Needless to say. Wow. I also have an alert set of things keep going crazy again. Jeez. Oxy up 3. Meh. CVX the king. Okay, let me try to do this, man. Okay, people just keep requesting stuff, so trying to get to it. Okay, back to BYDDY electrical products. Okay, I see the M shape. Never been here before. Gosh dang, man. Something like bit my arm or something. Or maybe I'm allergic to silver. All right, so first identify like our levels here, right? Big level, like 1378 to 1420. Big support resistance there, right? Old all-time highs. But you also have an old all-time high back here. Ah, so they're holding this one. There it is, right? So they're holding on to that after a correction that's been going on since May last year. Topped out. Yeah, but it gapped up 5.29%. This is an OTC. Very low volume. I mean, it's got, 2 million volume. The Japanese 10-year yield, 2.123%, all-time highs right now. The markets are freaking out. So I'm just gonna, so yeah, holding that $12 level that you're targeting for 1370 at 1419. That's about all I can give you. Yep, that'd be your target. If you were longing here, then you're probably taking profit at 1420. I do kind of like that it's from the previous low to high. Low to high, 88% retrace. So it's almost like you have like a, probably like a bat. I don't know. It depends on your anchor. I don't think it's a shark. It's too deep to be a shark. So you could say it's a bat though. XAB 382. Yep. Lower high. And then 886. You definitely have some sort of bat behavior here. So that is where a retrace, you know, again, 1420 could be your target from here. I'm not sure though above that. It'd be tough to break that. It's gonna be a lot of supply there. So yeah, it's definitely a spot where there's some divergence too a little bit. It's starting to play out on the RSI and a little bit on the MACD. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want to own it probably below $12. Yeah, that's not that equitable, is it? It's not a very equitable trade. If you're trying to long it tomorrow, it being up 5%, that's not a very big zone. So yeah, it's tough. It's a good entry, maybe around a good entry, but the problem is there isn't like maximum crazy upside just above you due to the fact there's a resistance there. Typically, if you are longing a support, you want to have it where there's just no controversy, right? Like the one we looked at earlier, where it's like, okay, real quick, like for the just the sake of education, like KuCoin, there is no controversy on a good upside target takes you back to 2021. I mean, if not $14, great upside potential from this level. Goes up 25 to 30% from this support. Yeah. Typically, looking at history, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 10 out of 10 times it goes up 25% after defending or breaking $10, 1040. So that's what you're looking for. The other one's tough. That one we just looked at because of that. Anyway, Bitcoin's still trying to break this resistance right now. Okay. Still trying to monitor the situation. Remember, we're monitoring the situation. We're situation monitoring bros all weekend. ER shares private public crossover ETF. I mean, good uptrend, but man, nice back test at key level. Sure. I mean, that's what Stray said to look at. Like, okay, nice uptrend. Sure. But again, more than uptrend. I'm not sure. Maybe we call it like that. That's your channel. You're at the heart line. You're above the 200 moving average. Great. Anything above 1826 is good. Maybe they retested it a second time, hold it, and you run again. I'm not sure what this really means. Private public crossover ETF. Not sure, but technically the trend's good. Technically you're above $18, so you're good there. You back tested it successfully, so you're pretty good. Pretty good on that. All right, Bitcoin breaking. All right, highs of day. Let's look at this. Let's go to Bitcoin real quick, chat. I know we got another request, but what do you want me to do, man? I'm trying to monitor the situation. Look at it. They're trying to break a level that was confirmed as resistance in December. Look, man, there's huge upside potential if this is real. I don't know if it's real though, right? Who knows if it's real? Oh man. Silver still up 4%. Gold still up 1.6%. Kidding me, man? What said how it's going crazy? I'm sure it is, man. These oil stocks, defense stocks, XRP doing it, man. Tesla moving. Many things moving, man. Yeah, this is called monetary debasement, Super Saiyan, God. Pal up 15%. Let's go. Bitcoin at highs of day, highs of month, highs of year, highs of week. Right now, trying to break that resistance. You can see it above my head. You can see it on the big screen too, but just kind of zoomed in for you to see what we got going here. Yeah, XRP, they're all doing it, man. XRP up 2% almost. Continuing to run. 5-day win streak in the making. Remember, KuCoin and Uniswap. The TA bros, this is it, man. Like, you're just in this. Like, I just own this, and I'm just sitting in it. And I don't care what happens. I have more capital to allocate if I want to at 520. If it happens, if it doesn't, I'm good. You have everything you need here. Everything. I'm just patiently waiting. I tweeted about it too. Trade setup in the Patreon. Not much else to do, but to just sit and wait to get paid or for it to fail. But the probability, I think, is higher that it would succeed and fail. Okay, so how real quick, just because Wits said it is mooning, unless you want to go to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Okay, that's you know, you got Indians making aeronautics. Okay, boats, there it is. Halliburton overnight up 20%. Sweet mother of Jesus overnight, trading at its highest level since July 2024. Let's freaking go, dude. This thing had already been putting in its bottom. If you remember, look at the normal chart. You remember. All the good stuff was already happening. Hello? It's just lagging. Jeez, man. I don't know what's happening. My PC's grabbing out. Uh-oh. Yeah, already good stuff happened, right? They broke resistance. They held it as support. They confirmed it. Look, another support, 25 bucks. There you go, man. There you freaking go. The spring back test already identified holding, and just lo and behold, it's going to be up 20% at open tomorrow. Dude, how did they know? They just did, man. The composite, man. They knew. The trend began to reverse. They broke the downtrend. Recapture the 200 moving average. Everything was going on for this. Now it's just going to be up a lot. Oh, man. What's happening? Like, my computer just crapped. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're fine now. All right. Go back to gold. That is still breaking out. They're still attempting a breakout. But yeah, it's pulling back some. They're going to do it, man. They're going to slam these metals. They can't afford it. You get it? Banks will default. They'll default if they don't keep the price tamed. Okay, they cannot let it go to 100 like instantly. They will be dead. So gold, that's the attempted re-breakout here. Huge deal, but there's an unfilled gap. So by morning, they could already have it filled. So just keep that in mind. But it's all about, dude, forget the paper, man. You can get your hands on some silver, some gold. You just should. You should just have it, man. And then just be a stacker. Bitcoin is just still trying to break this resistance. It's kind of a big deal, man. Looks like silver probably wants 80. I don't know. At some point. Looks like they filled the gap. Very close to filling the gap. They didn't at open. But platinum's pulled back off its highs. It was up a lot more. It was up like 4%. Yeah, man. Dang, they like pretty much took it to the resistance from 2008 and pulled it back. While silver is running the show, I guess, tonight. Insane. Okay, we've looked at all the requests, man, and now it's just kind of like, look, dude, I've been live for 2 hours and 15 minutes. If you're enjoying this extended live stream, please hit the like button and build a sub. For the month, fourth best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MidTradeTA. The link is pinned in the chat above. 100% crowdsourced streamer for 8 years just to ensure my integrity to you. Every single one of you, you are my sponsors. Good news on Bitcoin on the daily. They are breaking into the bullish control zone for the first freaking time since October 9th or 10th. No, October 9th. Yeah. Big deal, man. Bullish control zone being recaptured right now, today. Let's just hope it's real. You know, if it is real, you got a date with 97 to 99K, and that'd be your 40% retrace from the all-time high to this crash low, November low. Oh, man, crazy stuff, dude. Have you checked your fiat purchasing power? It's at all-time lows every day. That's right, copyright music, Robbie, exactly. I can't even have a member button on YouTube because I play copyright music. They don't allow me. They won't let me. There's nothing I can do about it. I will never have a member button ever because of copyright music. But it enhances the quality of the stream, I think. So, whatever. So, thanks for coming out, everyone. Really appreciate it. Been a good stream. A lot of good requests. And let's see how everything plays out this week. Uranium, dude. Uranium 2026 Kang. Looks like it. We'll see if it happens. So. Risk management. That's all that matters. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA. Copper alert going off, chat. Copper alert on aisle 7. Goodbye.